This tragedy has painted a dark picture of this facility as grieving parents struggle to come to terms with the tragic death of the 8-year-old son at an apartment building while their daughter fights for her life in ICU at the Errington Hospital in Durban.
I had to run down to the ground. When I reached there, the same lift that is not working, when you push the door, it just opens. Then I jumped into the basement. Using my phone torch, that's where I saw my kids. They were laying there and bleeding. I could hear the heavy breath from my daughter, but there was no breathing from my son. The blood was coming out from the nose, the mouth, the eyes, and the ears. And when I picked him up, even there was too much bleeding. My hand was all wet.
Dlamini explains that since the deadly fall, his daughter has been in a coma.
I mean, she hasn't opened her eyes ever since. So since she's in a coma, yeah, she's been like that up until now. So the whole hand, the right arm is broken, the spine, that side, they said there's a fracture, and then the head. I mean, she's badly injured and she's very swollen currently because there was some bleeding internally.
This is the very same building where the tragedy occurred, and in the irony of it all is a signage suggesting that tenants should make themselves at home. He adds that there doesn't seem to be any urgency in investigating his child's death.
I'm disappointed because it got to the part where the detective, I'm not going to name the name, the detective became insensitive when I kept calling. I'm saying, detective, this is taking too long. You're telling me you're going somewhere. You're telling me there is no cars to take me to the incident, to do the investigation and more information. And it got to the point where she says to me, I should be focusing on burying my child instead of all of this, of what I'm doing.
But KZN police say that the complainant can lodge a complaint with the Independent Police Investigative Directorate. Homii Lifestyle Management, which is at the center of the tragedy, says it is in talks with the family. However, the children's father disputed this.
They are lying. They're trying to cover their tracks. So, because I've started to expose them, and they feel the pressure now with the media and everyone questioning this.
Newzroom Afrika reached out to a legal expert who says the matter stands a chance in the courts of law.
They can open a criminal case. The criminal case would be obviously murder for the child that is now deceased. So the charge would be obviously be against the management of the building, because remember, the management of the building is the one who is in charge of the building, obviously, and the supervisor of the building. So that's a criminal charge, but they can also pursue a civil claim against the management of the building.
The incident has raised questions around safety and compliance at apartment buildings. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Phila Mthembu in Durban.